Mount Washington, New Hampshire, Mount Washington, New Hampshire, I should say, isn't just the highest point in New England. It's also known as home of the world's worst weather. Right now, they're bracing for the brunt of this storm and the wind chills of 25 degrees below zero. Joining us now via Skype from North Conway, New Hampshire, is weather observer Brian Fitzgerald with the Mount Washington Observatory. Brian, thanks very much for joining us. You're inside right now. First of all, how bad is it outside?
Oh, right now it's pretty chilly out there. It's actually -2 at the moment. Winds are pretty light for us, about 25 miles an hour. So combine those two factors, it's about -25 for wind chill right now.
Has it gotten worse in the past few hours, or has it stabilized?
We've seen some pretty consistent snowfall since actually last evening. We picked up about 6 inches of snow so far. But now we're starting to see some pretty heavy bands of snow starting to come on shore and head right toward us.
What's all that equipment behind you, just out of curiosity?
Yeah, we got a lot of neat stuff going on behind us. A lot of nice visual stuff going on in terms of just outside here is actually our haze wind chart is showing 24 hours worth of wind data. We have lots of other things. Thermograph showing temperature over time, then digital barometers, the works up here, because there are a lot of variables that go into a lot of the weather observations that we take up here.
How much worse do you expect it to get at Mount Washington, where you are? How much snow? How low of a temperature?
We're thinking of tomorrow about -5. That's just ambient air temperature. Wind chills as low as -45. Winds are going to pick up along with that snowfall, so we're going to be seeing gusts up to 100, 110 miles an hour, which isn't too unusual for Mount Washington in the wintertime. But with 2 feet of new snow on the ground, that's going to mean visibility, I don't know, 20, 30 feet at best at times. So it's going to get pretty wide out there.
In 1934, there was an incredible, this is the highest ever in recorded history, 231 miles per hour. The winds got up there, the surface wind speed. So what you're saying, it's not going to get anywhere near that, but it's going to be pretty bad. I assume everybody just stays inside. It's too dangerous to go outside?
Yeah, you would think so. And against better judgment, we actually go outside every hour to take weather observations. That's part of what we've been doing up here for over 80 years now. So we'll go out, not for a very long time. We probably can't afford to. Then we scurry back inside once we get all the information we need from outside. So just a few minutes.
And you relay that information to whom?
National Weather Service, but we also keep it on our own databases here as well. And then we create forecasts specifically for the summit right here on Mount Washington, since it sees a lot of foot traffic, both summer and winter here.
Brian Fitzgerald joining us from North Conway, New Hampshire. Be careful if you go outside. I assume you got a warm coat, some hats, some gloves. You're well protected, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We got a sponsor with Eastern Mountain Sports, so they've outfitted us head to toe because, honestly, we can't afford to go out there and have any skin showing when we have wind chills as low as -45. I mean, that's some pretty nasty frostbite if you're not taking care of yourself.
Just be careful. Brian Fitzgerald joining us from Mount Washington, as they say, home of maybe the worst weather in the country, world's worst weather, they like to say. They say it with pride. Hey, Brian, thanks very much.
I appreciate it. Well,
let's bring in our CNN producer, Julian Cummings. He's driving through this